So, from my own experience, as someone who has done pig farming for some number of years now, I always advise people to, in as much as you have your pigs, you have your pig farm, your pigs are doing well, try to also have other sources of income. Because, like they say, three sources of income or two sources of income are better than one, is much better than one. It's not everything you have to do on your farm. You start looking for a way to raise money from your pigs. You need to have other sources of income coming into your farm, not just your pigs alone. Now, for example, here on the farm, we don't even, okay, for example, on the farm now, we don't have constant electricity. In fact, sometimes we can even go for 1 month without having electricity on the farm because the farm is a bit of is a bit inside, not really in an urban area. So sometimes we can go for 1 month without having electricity in this area. And of course, I have to power the farm by getting diesel, by getting fuel, and all these things put more financial weight on the farm. Yes, if assuming you have electricity, constant electricity, it reduces the financial expenses you'll be making every month on your farm. But we don't have electricity here. So must I sell my pigs every time to get money to buy fuel, to buy diesel? No. For some years now, I've not used money from the pigs to buy fuel or to buy diesel or to power the farm. No. Most of the times, the money I use for all these little expenses comes from these things you are seeing here, comes from these plantains. Yes. On this farm alone, we have like about 400 stands of plantain. On the other side of the farm, we have over 1,000. And the other side, we also have about 500. So money is coming from these plantains. Sometimes I can even make a whole lot of expenses just from these plantains because I've been able to create other sources of income apart from the pigs. The main thing we do here is pigs and also poultry, but we also have plantains because when we are doing the farm, we had a, we had a lot of space. If you go back to my videos about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you will discover that most part of this farm was empty. It was just grass. Because personally, I wanted to design the farm to have grass, then the pigs will stay one side. Then here will be like like if some people come for training on the farm, you can stay on the grass. I will teach them all those things. I was imagining all these things in my head. But after a while, I was like, all this space I'm living is just wasting of space, waste of land. Because I was living almost here is about I think here should be up to two plus of land. I was just leaving it empty, just with grass. It was beautiful on the eye, but to an extent, I was not comfortable because I'm this kind of person that loves to make money out of everything. Like once I look at something, I see an opportunity. I see a way to make money out of that thing. Legal money, mind you. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put plantains on this space. So about 2 years ago, we began to plant plantains. And trust me, it has been wonderful because most of the little expenses I make here on the farm, I don't even need to bother myself with the pigs. I simply sell plantains. On some weeks, sorry, in some months, we can sell as much as 100 plantains here. In some months, or over 100, because at times we use buses to take out the plantains. So you can see why you need to include other sources of income. Now, if you have a farm, you fenced it, you still have some spaces left in your farm. The best thing you can do is to plant plantains. Now, we don't just have plantains here. Plantain is not the only thing giving us money. We also have vegetables. We also have these afang leaves. We also have the main vegetable, ogo. Here in the east, we call it ogo. So we have all these things. On some days, we take the ogo to the market. On some days, we take the afang leaf to the market. We sell money. Sorry, we sell and we make money. Some of this money we will still, in fact, most of the money we make from the vegetables and from the plantains still goes back to the farm because we try our best to keep reinvesting. Now, if you have a farm and you have spaces in your farm, try to put something in that space that will make you money. That is why it's a farm. If it's your house, you can use the space, plant grass, beautify your house. That's your house. But here on the farm, you have to make money out of everything. In fact, this little space you are seeing here now, if care is not taken by next year, I'll put plantain here. but that will be overcrowded here because the plantains need to have space. So I'm just trying to basically tell you that you have to make money in your farm, and not just from the pigs, but from the environment too. What can you plant in your farm? And the reason why personally I love plantains is that if you plant plantains once, you don't need to plant them again. And same thing with vegetables. If you plant vegetables once, you don't need to plant them again. It's not like cassava or corn that you have to plant every year. No. Once you plant them once, for example, now this one you're seeing here, this one you're seeing here, once the main tree grows and matures, we cut down the fruit, that is the plantain, the plantain itself will cut it down. Then another one will just beside it, another one will start coming out again. The next 1 year or 8 months, that one will still mature and you take it. So this is one of the reasons why I love vegetables and plantains. And vegetables, their own is once you plug them, they'll still grow out from that same stem. So you have to incorporate all these things in your farm. For example, look at this plantain now. This plantain, I'm going to sell it at least 3,000 or 4,000. Now imagine if I have like 50 pieces of this on the farm. That's money. And of course, it will help you sort out some expenses. Diesel, sometimes you can even use to pay salary, sometimes you can even use it to make repairs on the farm. All these things will reduce expenses and the heaviness or the financial heaviness on the pigs. So that you not be always selling your pigs at every little starts. So that's basically what I wanted to share on this video.